It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Very happy to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith, and relatively happy to be here with Shaq. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Dallas Mavericks at their home, American Airlines Center. Well, for the Mavericks, they can't have any complaints about the way they've started the new season. They're 4-1 coming into the sixth game and have looked very, very sharp. Here in the early part of the season, Kenny, we've already seen a few teams outperform expectations. What can they do to keep rolling?
Just keep playing to your strengths, and you never let up. You can't change what you're doing now. It's working.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
And to add on to what my good friend Kenny is saying,
Am I not your friend?
But you didn't say anything.
Yes,
Kenny
I did.
Said something. All right. Anyway, can't get overconfident like you're doing right now. Even though you're winning, you keep looking for things that you can do better.
Man.
And you are my good friend, Ernie. I love
Oh,
you.
thanks, Shaq. Now let's send it over to Kevin Harlan.
Have a great game, man.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Dallas Mavericks can please their home crowd. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, DA. Thanks. Well, early on, just watching certain veteran players, Doris, continuing to play at a high level after so many years.
And what you love is the great ones seem to adjust their games along the way, and not only...
AI is checked in for Maxi Kleba. So on the floor for Utah, Ingles outside with Favors at power forward. Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low. The Jazz working the ball around now. Ingles against Porzingis. Doubled by Ilyasova. Gobert with a wide open look. No good from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Barea kicks to Hardaway. Gobert against Ilyasova. That one goes. Count it. Ilyasova's got his first points of the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Ingles. Favors finds Rubio. Back to Favors. Ingles against Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look for Utah. Jay Crowder's checked in for Favors. Cephalosha comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Dallas leading by 8. On the wing, Hardaway. Covered by Mitchell. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Doncic has got 8.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Mitchell passes to Cephalosha. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
Runs in the pass to Ilyasova. No good on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Exum kicks to Cephalosha. Now here's Exum. He's guarded closely. Up top, Gobert. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard, Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Outside, Porzingis. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Rudy Gobert. Great showing for him last season. Averaged about 13 points a game, 10 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Well, I love it. Drivers think they see a crease to the lane and go for it. And eventually, he shuts the door.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Trey Burke subbed in for Hardaway. Utah calls timeout. And the All-Star game last season, Doris, no more East versus West format. Do you think when it's all said and done, the league will get rid of conference basketball altogether?
This is a challenging question for me because the WNBA went to seeding teams from 1 through 16, and it didn't matter whether you were West or East. And it has led to the most competitive era in a much-needed WNBA growth period. But the reality is, Kevin, I am very much a traditionalist. And the rivalries in both the Eastern and Western conferences historically have been phenomenal. Whether it was Jordan playing Detroit and having to overcome them, or Boston and Detroit, or the Lakers versus Sacramento briefly when Chris Webber's teams couldn't get over the hump. So this is a hard question for me. I'm not sure which side of the fence I fall on.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block. Doncic
kicks to Burke. To the middle. That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by Burke. Ilyasova's got his second basket of the night. Jazz trail by 11. Exum passes to Udo. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Now here is Cephalosha. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Outer dishes to Korver. Cephalosha kicks to Exum. Clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Exum's got his first basket of the night.
Well, Dante Exum squares up and rises and fire off the screen. Really good timing.
Pass to Brunson. Ilyasova with the ball. Udo's there. 2 points. That one goes. Ilyasova's got 6. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Jazz trail by 11. Exum finds Crowder. Here's Cephalosha. Launches it. Burke grabs the miss.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
To the right side. Dallas moving it around. Down low. It's stolen by Udo. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Cephalosha kicks to Udo. Exum passes to Udo. Now Cephalosha. Back to Udo. Clock is at 3. And Udo with the stuff.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
So much tenacity. Really tries to outwork everyone around him.
And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's very key to have a coach like that.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job. Both teams changing it up here. For Dallas, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Many had wondered if the Jazz would rebuild after they lost Hayward. Turns out they just, reloaded.
They'll give the Jazz organization from the top down a ton of credit because after losing Gordon Hayward, they didn't mope or feel sorry for themselves. They got a bona fide star in Donovan Mitchell in the draft. And this is a team that's got talent in the post-Hayward era, and they are going to be a factor.
So on the floor for Utah, Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wings. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Exum in at the point. Doncic passes to Hardaway. To the paint. Left block shot on the way. And it's in there. Ilyasova's got 8 points. Jazz trail by 16. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Ingles with the ball. 8 points his last outing. Back to Exum. From deep. Utah the rebound. Goes back up. Misses for the 5th time this game. Mark him at 1 for 6.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
The 3 from Porzingis. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Passes it to Exum. Shoots over Barea, and it's Exum. That time on the assist by Mitchell. Exum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Here's Barea, dishes it to Ilyasova, and Ilyasova throws it down.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Jazz trail by 16. And here's Exum. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Mitchell against Hardaway. And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Gobert with the block.
Well, this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Now here's Barea, guarded closely. Here's Ilyasova. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Ilyasova's got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside Favors. Lobs it up for Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
It's a real treat to watch Derek Favors finish these alley-oops. What initiative from the big man.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Barea finds Ilyasova. Takes it from 10. That one wide left.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
The wide open look here for Ingles. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ingles has got 5 now.
Well, this is the main weapon in Ingles' arsenal, right? Very quietly, one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Monday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And you know, for that Knicks game, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Exum kicks to Gobert. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. Mitchell. And it's blocked by Ilyasova.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
A nice shot by Barea.
I'll tell you, don't let the diminutive size fool you. This guy is not intimidated and can get his shot in the painted area.
Mitchell up top, guarded by Hardaway. Now Mitchell. A second chance effort. He lays it in. Mitchell's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, nothing you can do about that. Mitchell is just simply that good, converting over aggressive defense.
And so it's Dallas. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those three-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them in. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game, so it's both teams making substitutions here. Mavericks leading by 19. Powell is out there with Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then it's AI. And it's Brunson in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Korver kicks to Crowder. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Over Brunson. Offensive rebound. Here's Udo. And the pass to Korver. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sefolosha with it. Hardaway picks him up. The three. That's good for Mitchell on the assist from Sefolosha. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter. Dallas has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Brunson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
And one thing Rick Carlisle is known for is his accountability.
Right, and that extends to himself as much as it does the players who play for him. Listen, if this guy makes the wrong play call, he is going to make sure you know about that. And I think that's an approach you see from the top down in this organization.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Here's Ilyasova, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Udo picks one up. Dallas shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The first one falls for him. Well, Doris, for rookies, beyond skill, what attributes do you think they need to have an early shot at success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you always wonder about, and one of the great players in history, Kevin Garnett, talks about the impact that other older players had on him. Sam Mitchell, when he first arrived in the league, they taught him the work habits necessary to succeed at a high level. So the first thing you'd have to have is commitment to work. And the second thing is the right temperament. An NBA season spans 82 games over 6 months. There will inevitably be ups and downs. And how do you weather both of those things, Kevin?
Sefolosha misses. Dallas leading by 18. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, let's check out the stats for Hardaway, how he did last season. Last season put up about 17 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
That free throw good from Ilyasova. And both free throws good for Ilyasova.
In today's NBA, we like to talk about that three-point shot. Well, the Dallas Mavericks, believe it or not, took the 4th most in the NBA last year.
Korver dishes to Sefolosha. 1:15 left in the third. Kicks it to Crowder from past the arc, but they recover it. Pass to Sefolosha. Korver with it. Mitchell outside. It's hauled in by Ilyasova.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
Mitchell kicks to Udo. Outside Crowder, back to Korver. Pass to Sefolosha. He dishes it to Udo. Hits the target from 18 feet. Udo's got 4 this quarter. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the third. Passes it to Powell. Inside, here's Ilyasova. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
That's a 2 from Cephalosha. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Dallas, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Kyle Korver. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then there's Udo. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. The dish to Udo. The Jazz working the ball around now. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mitchell's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Jazz.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
The pass to Brunson. Ilyasova in the post. Defended by Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And he makes the first. Doris, you've covered the NBA and the Jazz for so long. Just how much does this team mean to its community?
Well, this is one of the great environments in the entire NBA. Jazz fans are diehard. They're loud and they're proud. And I'll tell you, as the only pro team in the state, it's no wonder.
He doesn't get the second one. So often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Outside Crowder. The 3 ball. Barea pulls it in. Barea's got 7 rebounds in the game. Over to the wing. Here's Brunson. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Mitchell passes to Udo. On the wing, Korver. He kicks to Gobert. Over Hardaway. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Barea with it. They'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year, and with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. Takes it from 10. Here's Udo. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, he continues.
23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Crowder. Burke grabs the miss. Here's Brunson, covered by Rubio. AI right side. Shoots a fader. That one good for two.
Up by double digits, little time remaining. Way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.